Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I will be reviewing the movie The Killers of the Flower Moon. Um, Man, this was a long movie. A long movie. This is a drama slash crime. And I remember I told y'all I wasn't going to see any movies that were 3 hours or more. I did say that, but I couldn't resist it because this movie is right up my alley. I'm a huge history buff. That's one thing that people don't know about me. I love history. I'm a huge history buff. And of course, I like the director, Martin Scorsese. He's one of my favorite directors of all time. Yeah, Martin, he did an amazing job with this. But I have to say, this is the longest time I spent in a movie theater. I never really watched any movies in a theater that was 3 hours or more. So, I had to catch this movie. And like I said, I think Martin Scorsese is one of the best directors of all time. I think so. Real love crosses paths with unspeakable betrayal as Molly Burkhart, a member of the Osage Nation, tries to save her community from the spree of murders fueled by oil and greed. And of course, the director of this film is Martin Scorsese. Outstanding catalog of great movies. I'm a big fan of his. The top three movies that I've seen of his was Casino, Goodfellas, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Those are my three top favorites. But I love the direction he went with this film, The Killers of the Flower Moon, because it's like he didn't hold back at all. He showed the grit and the dark moments of how life was like in 1920s in Oklahoma. He's given us a big picture of how the Osage Nation, how they were back in the 1920s in Oklahoma. He did a great job displaying that. Now I'm gonna go over the three main cast members in this film, which was Robert De Niro. He was so menacing and shady and evil in this film. He was the uncle of Ernest Burkhart, which was played by Leonardo DiCaprio. And he was trying to manipulate Ernest to marry somebody in the Osage tribe so they could steal their wealth. And the wealth that they had was the oil. And Robert De Niro did an amazing job playing his character. Great job to Robert De Niro with this. And of course, you got Leonardo DiCaprio. He played Ernest Burkhart. You can tell that he really loved Molly. He really does. But he was so influenced, he was easily influenced by his uncle to steal and rob from the Osage community. So, yes, but outstanding performance by Leonardo DiCaprio. Great job to him. Outstanding performance. The next member is Lily Gladstone. She played Molly in this film. She was Ernest's wife. And man, her performance was the best. I think she had the best performance out of everybody in this film. That's facts. I like her acting. She has lots of range in her acting. She can play different emotions. So they really displayed that very well in this film. You can see her pain and the struggle and the hopelessness in her actions. I really like that, just to see that, it just brings out, it enhances the movie a lot better when you see that. Phenomenal performance by her. She deserves an Oscar for this film. She really deserves an Oscar. Great job to her. The imagery was very powerful in this film. I love the cinematography. That was stunning. I love the choreography and the clear shots and camera angles. Great job. I had some dislikes in this film. I did feel the runtime, but I think because, of course, I was tired that day too. I had to work that day. If I saw a matinee show, an earlier show, I probably wouldn't have been so tired. But I caught an 8 o'clock show at night, so I was getting tired. But still, they could have took an hour off of this film. They could have took an hour off of this film because of that last hour I started to lose focus. To be completely honest, this movie didn't really need to be 3.5 hours long. They could have told the whole story in at least 2.5 hours. That's why I said they need to take an hour off of this film. They should have, took an hour off of this film. They still could have told the whole story in 2.5 hours. And the pacing was kind of slow during that last hour. That pacing was kind of slow for real. So I was like, okay, when is this going to be over? Even though this is a good film. Now, one thing that they should have did more of, they should have had more of a perspective of the Osage tribe. I think they kind of lacked that a little bit in here. I wanted to know more about the Osage Nation, and I think they kind of tiptoed around some things about that. So if they would have showed more of that, that would have been a lot better. I can't say that this is the best movie of the year because there's been a lot of good movies this year that is really topping this if you really think about it. But I gotta say that this is still a good movie. This is a good, solid movie and a powerful film. This movie was a breath of fresh air. Something really great and something really new. And this is Oscar worthy right here. This movie is Oscar worthy. and this is worth seeing. This is worth seeing, but you gotta, have your patience a little bit because it is a long movie, but it's worth the money to see this movie, and it's teaching you history, and it's educating your mind too. So you want to watch something that's very educational and is all about history. So this is a great movie for everybody to watch. And I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. I can't really give it a full 10 out of 10 because I have my dislikes in it. I think it's just because it was so long. But this is a great movie. I'm gonna give it a great score, 8 out of 10. And my next movie review I'll be putting out is Five Nights at Freddy's. So get ready for that. And I hope y'all like the movie review. Subscribe to the channel, leave some comments in the section, and I will see y'all next time. All right, I'm out.